The 2016 edition was a great learning experience for me as it was my first MUN. Despite being a first timer, I was confident enough to express my views and contribute ideas to the agendas. It was very different for me but very much forthcoming.
The previous edition of MGIT MUN was my first MUN as well. Like any other newbie, I was clueless too and researched before I applied. One of the reasons I still continued doing MUN was that my first occurrence was really edifying. And also, the executive board members were really supportive to the newcomers, and yes, I learned a lot.
The best thing about my month was the exposure I got in interacting with delegates representing various countries and getting to know their perspectives. And not to forget the OC members who were very considerate and responding to each and every query of mine on time. It wasn't only educative, but the atmosphere was also warm and momentous.
The OC made me feel so comfortable by enlightening me with the proceedings of the United Nations and the decorum that is while I was a delegate. Keeping that in sight, I have observed the OC's proceedings of approaching participants and their work procedures and have implemented the same.
I'm the part of PR team and my job is to publicize our event. As I've seen our OC work for the promotions in various platforms, it has become a lot easier for me to carry out my work.
Working with the Delegate Affairs team has given me an understanding about the planning and strategy required to pull in the delegate. It wasn't a tough job since I was aware about the requirements I had perceived earlier.
The delegates are going to have an amazing time even if they're complete alien to this concept. I'm sure they would enjoy and be excited for the event. It would be one of the best MUNs they have ever attended. Last year we had a blast. Hopefully it'll continue the same this edition as well.
We are having a competent executive board this time too. We promise you a special occasion with reasonable notions and compelling debates. Don't worry if you're an introvert or have public speaking issues. Our sessions get so interesting that it will bring out the orator inside you.
As an OC member and ex-delegate, I can assure you that MGIT MUN will give you a memorable episode in your life. Along with quality debates, we also have an event called Socials where people gather and show off their dancing skills. There are a lot more bits where you can showcase your talent. I can say this with absolute conviction to our delegates that there's a lot more in store for you and it's going to be quite eventful.